Hey y'all, this is Veronica. I'm back. Just wanted to record something really quickly. I have to do laundry, so I'm gonna do that. My bed isn't made up. I had to go to church this morning, so whatever. Real life. But something that's been on my mind, on my thoughts, is expectation. And the preacher just preached about this at church this morning, actually. Invisible prisons of expectation. And then the pastor preached again about invisible prisons. So, expectation. I think that, especially ever present in my life in terms of my marriage and just different areas of my life right now, is expectation is like a big thing I feel like that I worry about and that people worry about. I was reading in my book, The Power of a Praying Wife by Stormy O'Martin, expectations. It's healthier for both of us if I rearrange my expectations. If we try to control our husbands by having a big list for them to live up to and then are angry and disappointed when they can't, we are the ones in error. The biggest problem in most marriages occurred when expectations of what I thought should be or do didn't coincide with the reality of what was actually going on. Let go of many expectations as possible. So, the word expectation just keeps coming up for me. And I think that with expectation, and I was especially talking to my friend, I think that, or for me, I feel like I have a hard time letting go of control, which is an issue. You can't control everything. And even if you could control everything, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the outcome you want in the first place. Just because you're controlling it doesn't necessarily change the outcome of things. So, and I folded my towels the wrong way. I got to refold them. So, I just have to understand that I have to relinquish control. Just because I'm controlling things and just because I feel like I know what's going on, that's not changing anything. So you can't continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. Expectations can be a very huge burden because it's parameters or barriers that you're setting for yourself. And I'm really talking to myself, but I just wanted to talk it out loud. It's parameters and barriers you're setting for yourself, these expectations that you have. But I guess the first question that I had to ask myself, why do I have these expectations that I have? I mean, it's good to have, not necessarily, for example, in a job or career, it's good to have goals. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is your expectations. For example, if my expectation is my husband is going to come home every night at 5 p.m. and we're going to eat dinner together and sit and talk about our day, that's an unrealistic expectation because my husband has a very kind of all over the place work schedule. So it doesn't make any sense for me to set that expectation for myself and then for me to just be upset about it. So in that type of way, you need to kind of loosen the expectation. You can't have an expectation put around that and then you're upset or making yourself feel some type of way or making yourself worried for no reason. So I have got to take a step back and understand that I don't know why these band-aids are here. Understand that expectations are good to have in some areas of your life, but not all areas of your life. And especially when it comes to relationships with people, sometimes you can't have such stringent or such strict expectations because when they don't meet those expectations, it's not that other person who you've placed those expectations on that are gonna end up burdened in the long run. It's going to be you. So to save your emotional sanity, to save your mental health, just in general, maybe you just need to kind of be realistic, look at the reality, change your expectations. I'm working on this right now, so it's very difficult for me because I do like to be in control of things. And I actually want to look up the word expectation really quickly because I feel like sometimes when you look words up, they can have a whole different meaning than what you thought they had. So expectation, a strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future. A belief that someone will or should achieve something. A strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future. So expectation, you're expecting something. You are truly believing that this is going to happen. So in essence, expectations are really setting yourself up for failure in certain areas of your life, because there's always an outlier to things. Like, some things are not always so absolute or so black and white. And I think that people just need to be able to work around what's going on in their everyday life and not be so set on a certain thing. Sometimes things don't go the way you planned. Sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes your expectation just isn't what it is, and that's okay, and that's fine. You can't do anything about it. Not that it is what it is, because my husband just told me that and it made me upset. Not that it is what it is, but you just have to understand expectations are okay to have in some areas, but not all areas. And again, especially with relationships, expectations can become a negative more than a positive. So maybe we just need to, switch your mindset, switch your train of thought, switch your thinking, because expectations is not always a reality for you. So I was just thinking about that and wanted to come on and say that. I'm finished with my laundry now. I need to put these towels up. I didn't really have that many, so I have been watching throughout the week. So thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.